The market's open! Let's start the trading! Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to that episode here on the Hermitcraft woohoo server. That was something different, eh? Cheerful! There's rainbows everywhere I look. So guys, we're here back at the stock exchange, and I did a little something here because, yeah, we need to further plan out. And don't you worry, I got you. All your music enthusiasts, I fixed it. It's perfect. It's glorious. It's grand. A grande composition. So yeah, we got this. So, but up here, you know, me and Ren, we talked about it. Probably gonna be our offices here somewhere. You know, we can also stare our way in here somehow. You know, it'll work out. Ren will definitely do some designing. I am pretty much just laying out basic structures around the redstone as such. So up here will be me and Ren's office, or my and Ren's office, right? Where we do our paperwork. You know, if you run a stock exchange, big trail of paperwork obviously coming from it. And then my idea then was to expand the mountain here, right? We do some terraforming, encase this whole dealio a little bit and make it look nice, and then we would pretty much have a balcony, right on top here, right on top of all the redstone, right? And yeah, now with the help of a lot of you guys, wait, let me quickly, I need to get in and up. We don't have a proper, man, this is disastrous by now. It's redstone spaghetti. Leave me, let me fly, please. I would really like to fly, game. Please, yes, take off. Good. Alright, we need to get back in. Whee. Oh yeah, Ren did roofage here. I'll show you in a sec. Alright, back in here. Need rockets and ender pearls. Rockets and ender pearls. Yes, alright, get me some. Good, and a few rockets. So we stay mobile. Alright, so what was I about to say? Yeah, so we're terraforming the hill around this, and then we have a balcony right on top of that whole shebang, right? So it'll look cool. We have a nice piece of the facade sticking out here, and we can overlook Grian's stuff over there, which is neat, looks good. And yeah, now, without further ado, I'm sorry if you have to wait too long, but here it is. The perfect and fixed version of Grande's Grand Elevator Song. Music to my ears. I can't get this tune out of my head. I was contemplating, you know, we already were thinking about big business, Grande and I. We were thinking we'd putting that song on iTunes, you know, and then you can have it as your ringtone or what. No, just kidding. So yeah, it's good now. Well, sadly there is sometimes a few lag spikes. Perfect, no mistakes in there anymore. And yeah, one crucial thing, aside of all your music geniuses out there, of course, saying, okay, there must be something wrong. I jokingly said, yeah, one note could be off. I knew there were several, but you know, I didn't have the time to go through again. And also, I didn't know about this cool tip that was in the comment section. You can actually use F3 to look at notes. Look at that, it says note 18, 3, 7, you know, and then if you do this, you can quickly check if your note pattern is correct, right? So I did this, went through all blocks. I think about roughly 8 or so, 6 to 8 were off a bit, mostly only by one click. So nothing was like completely off, and I had 1 or 2 stone blocks sitting on top of note blocks on some of the base nodes that were missing, and the timings though were correctly. So anything that is off here and there is then just we got a server lag spike or something coming through. So but yeah, it works, and we should test it in its full glory pretty much now, right? And ride the elevator now with the new and improved fixed music. So let's go for it and call it. So some people said music should start right away. Not quite sure about that. Still need to think. I tell you why. Pretty good, eh? You know, the thing is, when you guys say, maybe Doc, you should make it so the music actually starts right after the ding. Maybe. But if you time it a little bit, I'll show you. We now, oh god. Dang, it is so hard to get around to it. Now you will get a nice serenade performed, you know, to you by me. They call me the Golden Pipes, glorious singer if you don't know yet. You know, musical genius, second coming of Beethoven or Mozart. Nah, let's claim Beethoven. A lot of people think he's from Austria, but Beethoven was German, so I can claim him. So now, the whole point of this Beethoven story is, if, let's say, right, somebody calls the elevator and we make the music start right away. Music over. You know what I mean? So I'd rather have it that it plays a bit longer when you're down. It's just not long enough. So we maybe could find a middle ground. You know, I could make it so button gets pressed, there is a certain delay, like quite a bit of a delay, then the music starts, and then shortly thereafter the whole thing kicks off. But I think that would be overthinking it. In a way, I like it the way it is right now, and I think we're gonna stick with it for now. Give me feedback, maybe you can convince me and, you know, let me know what you think, but I think that's it makes sense for the reasons I just explained to you, just the length of the piece. So, of course, one crucial, piece is missing, right? This whole composition here, so to speak. We're not talking about the music, we're talking about the door right now. At the moment, I still have this ghetto wire going on here, right? I told you. I can take that out, and that would close the door. So, yeah, right now we pretty much operate it from here. And of course, that's not how a nice bank vault entrance should be. It needs to have a number, a dial, you know, kind of a dial, or a key lock or something. So we have two really nice spots here, on the left and on the right side. That will have two advantages. Whoever comes here hermit-wise and wants to operate the door, it'll take some time to go from left to right. That makes sure, you know, there's no spamminess and stuff will break. So we're cool. That's a safety measure. And secondly, it also would make for this cool effect where, like, Ren and I, right, we could stand on each side and go like, okay, are we ready to, you know, unlock the door? And then we type in our code here, you know, and then boom, 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 door opens. So I want to have a cool sort of design. And I would say, I've been working on it all morning long. And I'll show you. Let's quickly hop to a creative server and I show you what we want to do. All right, so imagine this is one of the corner pillars I showed you where we want to put the dials, right? And it would look like this. You have a lamp and you have an item in the middle there, and it doesn't matter in which position it is. And the idea is now we have an end gate and in the end, and pretty much if this end gate is triggered, the whole door opens. So our door, let's get a piston there, right? So as soon as this piston does something, the door will do something. So we can visualize it better. The idea is now, if both sides are correct, and in this example, the left side is simulated, here we just have an end gate, right? And the one input side is already okay. So that means the left side, for example, in our setup would be dialed in correctly. So now I would have to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Boom. Takes a little time. And voila, piston does something. And it would only happen if I do this correctly. I can reset the whole system. Door closes, right? So now let's say I do 1, 2, 3. Nothing happens. I add 2 more. No. Now give it some time. That was probably the 7th spin. Or was it 6 now? No. 7. Aha. So it doesn't matter how fast you do it also. You can you know, go over. Let's simulate that too. Let's say somebody goes like, the code is gonna be 77, obviously, right? If you haven't guessed it yet. So it's not a secret code, it's just a fancy thing. So we go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 or so. Here we go over, right? And even if we go over, yeah, door will never open. And now it is in a state like now, whatever we do, we would never be able to open the door. So now, if we screwed it up, we would have to reset the whole system to be able to, yeah, do something in the door again. So yeah, if you really screw it up, the door stays locked. So it has to be the correct number. So how does this whole thing work? Well, it's based on several designs I saw lately. One was also a video by Kaz where he had a combo lock, which is a bit more sophisticated. But in our case, we didn't need that. So yeah, also the tutorial was not complete. Some parts were missing, so I had to come up with my own idea. So first of all, the input here is fairly nice. That I found in Kaz's video as well. Pretty much, you know, we have a confirmation. We cannot dial here super fast, like we cannot do that. The system can only detect so fast, right? So the lamp is out, the indicator how fast we should dial. Like, okay, that was a nice read. Whenever the lamp goes off, we do the next thing. 6, 7, for example, right? So this is the first part. I found it was quite important for the whole setup. So secondly, how do we do the counting? This setup here, we have items in the dropper, and then we have a hopper pointing back, is able to count upwards. This is, I can show you, that is pretty much the thing. Right, we have droppers here with a hopper pointing back into that. If you press this side, you can see we can count upwards. So now we are at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, and yeah, in this case, this can count down as well and can reset. So here that you saw the reset just now when I pressed this button. So yeah, now we pretty much utilize this circuit here, but we don't need that part that can count down, but still we need to put a signal strength here. But it doesn't have to be, it just can be a block like that. Right, signal strength 15 coming in here. And yeah, this is the circuit, and this signal strength goes up whenever we dial here. So now let's check it. It is 0, right? 0, and then we do this. Boom. 1. Yeah, the redstone goes boom. You know, that's how cool redstone is. You know, and then we do. If you do this again, signal strength here goes to 2, and so on, and so on, and so on. So right here, now comes the part of the circuit that determines, is it exactly 7? Right? And it works like this. So now signal strength 2, right? Let's set it to 7. 5, 6. Now 6, and we have a signal strength in this chest of 6. That is the signal strength. So that means everything below 6 we subtract will not make it to here. And like if we have 7 though, we will make it to here. That means the torch here will turn off and our output line here will do something. Right? So now let's see how the circuit changes. We switch it one more time. We have a little bit of a safety delay in there. And voila. You saw we power 7 plus 1 here because we do 7 that comes out of here minus the 6 that comes out of this chest equals 1. And now we are exactly here. That's power 7. So now what happens if we go to 8? Well, if we go to 8, let's try that real quick. you can see the power level would reach further. And everything beyond this power level, so if we count up further and further and further, up to 15, we would always be here. That means as soon as the signal comes here, we grab it with this repeater, bring it down, bring it over and leave the power on again. So that means there's only exactly one moment when this circuit only leaves the torch pretty much on, and that is when we hit 7. See, that's 1, nothing will happen. We cut off the signal with the chest power. So 1, nothing would happen. 2, nothing would happen. 3, nothing would happen. Always the chest. 4, still the chest. 5, 6. Now we reach 0. Now we reach 7. Now the chest is not enough and we come over here, right? So now if we go to 8, our other circuit kicks in and turns it off again. So now down here, you can see there's a few comparators. This is just to lengthen the signal until the circuit actually switches. That is to make sure, nobody does this. Let's say, go through like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and quickly brushes over the 7 and then goes to 8. That will flicker here and maybe cause the door to do weird stuff. So that is why we have this simple comparator delay circuit down here that keeps the makes the circuit slower. Actually, we deliberately slow it down. Yeah, and that's pretty much the whole dealio. 2 of those in each corner, hook it up to an AND gate and hook that up to the door. And when both are correct, door opens. You go through, you press the reset. When you go through and you want to close the door, I'm not gonna have it on a pressure plate or anything like that. You will have to press a button to close the door, and by pressing this button you will press both of the resets here, which will then shut off the AND gate again. Boom, we're done. So now we only need to take care of one specific case. What if, let's say you dialed in something and it's like, oh crap, I went to 8, way too much, I need to reset. So we also need a reset button around those guys. And we just probably gonna have that sitting right there, and then super simply wire that up, to over here into our reset line right there. So we could come in like this, and this should also do the trick for us to reset everything. Let's see. Okay, I think we reset it. Let's type something in here real quick. 1, 2, we should have 2 here now. Yes, we press this button. Signal strength is reset. If we press it now, does it do something to the circuit? No. Boom, bang. Boom. Redstone done. That's how you do it. And I explained this here in depth, but I think this is, if you understand this stuff a little bit, you can do a lot of other useful things from it. It's very, very useful. So I've been doing this, jumping into some of my redstone worlds also with you guys lately, also within the Hermitcraft episodes. Please let me know if you enjoy that. But I find this is the best way to explain some of the redstone stuff. And if you find I explain too much with the redstone stuff, also let me know. Would be quite important, feedback, so we keep improving the quality of the episodes in the future. Oh yeah, almost done, guys. It took very long because there's redstone is getting a lot back there, and space is a bit of an issue, but I squeezed it all in and we're good. It's fully working the way I wanted it, envisioned it from the beginning. The complete door, elevator going up and down, getting out, and everything sequence is done. Last that was remaining, so back here, we have these things I just showed you, right, in the creative world, the decoders pretty much, and I have them set back up here. And I was just about to close off the mountain here again. So that is done. Let's make sure we have it all lit up, and hopefully we'll never come back here again, because if we come here, that means maintenance. So here we have one circuit, right, that reads out our code input, and right here, Let me get some ender pearls so we can get around. Right here, this is our end gate we had, you know, with both sides have the correct input. The end gate here switches and then pretty much comes over here and, you know, switches the main line of the door. So open and closing sequence pretty much. Alright, so last but not least, wanted to fill this in and then I show you the whole functionality, everything up and running. Alright, cool. So one would walk up here, right? We want to go in there, so it's a safe. Maybe it's me and Ren together here, or a Hermit alone. They would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And kind of the light going on and off gives you the rhythm how fast you can input, right? So 7 on one side, 1, 2, we don't know. Maybe it skipped or something. We can reset, so we start again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Correct code entered. We should see the door opening. Nice, we can walk in. The door stays open. You know, nothing will happen. So now it's time to get down into the vault. So you call the elevator. The door closes. The elevator is here. You step in. Elevator music. The lag. You made it to here. And the elevator silently returns to the top. Right? We do our business down here. All good. Now we could go ahead and call the elevator again. We call it down. Music will play as the elevator is coming down. We get in. Elevator closes. We go up. We get out. So now I was thinking, should I automate the door opening here to get out? I won't. You have to press this button then. That unlocks the door. Because it's a safe, you need to always double confirm. I thought it's better to have this button. Also, we get nice symmetry out of it. And after a certain amount of time, the door automatically locks and you're out. Complete sequence done, guys, here. Woo-wee. That was a hard brain cracking crazy redstone trip, man. Woo-wee. Oh, you need a break if you go that crazy, but we're not fully finished yet. So obviously for these input thingies here we use, right? We need cool heads, Ren and dog heads. So oh yeah, I got these in a live stream. I dug them. People were asking, why do you have a Mumbo and Green head? I dug those up during a live stream. So that is that. Wait, no, dirt. I think that was one of Rendog's chests. Actually, we need to put it outside. Okay, so yeah, let's get over to the shop. So yeah, I was doing the pumpkin digging game. I think Jevin made that, and one of the prizes were these two heads. So we also went ahead aggressively, you know, marking off this territory. Everything within the darkish wood blocks should not be touched anymore. Zizuma has his rainbow shop there now. It's a cool shop. I don't know if he showed the video already of it. So the insides is really cool. But in general, oh, there's Cup. Hey man, look at them cheaters shooting the phantoms while with a bow. Easy prey like that. How many does he have? Yeah, 150. Yeah, cheater, weak. So yeah, the point is, I'm not quite sure if it actually fits here. You know, the shop is super cool, but this comic-y rainbow thing, and we wanted to create this more posh area here. Maybe I should have said something to X. You know, maybe it doesn't fit so well here, but in the end, I don't think it's really ruining the build or so. But yeah, it's definitely a clash of styles here. We're going for super technical. And what does Cup want? Is he... What? So yeah, you know, but it's alright. It's a variety here, but we want to make sure that the shops and things that are built down here are good. What does he want? Is he trying to... Oh, okay, he's trying to get phantoms on us. Here, go after this guy. He's higher up. God dang it, man. I just want to go over there. Yeah, you deal with him. You can keep him, Cup. So yeah, it's all good in the end. But we want to make sure that shops and things that are built here are a bit more posh. And we definitely need to say that in the next meeting, so people, you know, are aware of that. Okay, so let's get in here. I think this is where you shop. It looks really cool inside of here. I only saw it in the video yet. Alright, so we need our safe, right? And we need some gems. And as far as I could tell, you could use any gems. So let's just use those, I guess. Convert gems to blankets. We just need 2. Oh, you get 3 out of 1. Hello, good sir. Okay, so this is how that works. People always wondered what the gems are for this. And then you can just, you know, convert the heads. Okay, so here's ours. Yes, that's a nice dog head. Cool. And let's look for renders. ISO, Mambo, Iskal, Tin. This is cool. Scar, Serif, Joe. Keralis is even there. Beef. BWO. I should get some of the heads and put him on the you know, our drowns we have. Green Iskal. Where's Randy Dog? Wait, Green Tango, yeah. B-dubs, Beef, that's Hypno, Falsey, Keralski, Wells, Cub, yeah. Joe, ZF, Good Times. That's Stress. I thought it's really... Who has this emo comb over? That's Stress. Piffa, yeah. Tin. And the Randy Dog. Yeah, he has his revolutionary outfit. Alright. That's alright. Okay, and then let's pick a random head. Yeah, you always need an etho head, right? You never know. Okay. Put that in here. Nothing else. Yeah, we're good. Okay, and then we're gonna put these 2. Whoa. We'll be blowing up stuff here. Bro. What you doing? The creeper goes boom. Boom. Yeah, I got stuck with that meme of 2017 recently. I blame... Ooh, there's another one. I blame Grande, you know. Got me hooked on the memes. And as I'm catching up, you know, I'm going through the old memes now. So, let's go. Why does his skin, though, have the revolutionary stuff still on? That's weird. Huh. Oh well, doesn't matter. Alright. Wow, my head looks weird. What the heck? That looks so weird off. Okay. And set them straight. But man, yeah, but Ren sure has a bit of an emo comb over going on here. Just saying, Ren. Okay. Yep. We're good. This is finito. Told Ren, right? I'm gonna build a glass cage around it, and everything inside the glass cage you never touch, and around the rest we build a mountain. He liked it. So yeah, off camera I'm gonna finish caging this thing in, and that concludes... Yeah, here I did some tests because I had some weird redstone behavior I still cannot explain. Don't even want to look at it because it cost me an hour and it aggravated me because it made no sense. And even had to call in Ren to press buttons for me to see what happens. It was frustrating, but yeah. I think it's a bug, but I have to see if I can replicate it. Give me that back. Okay. Yeah, so last kind of more tricky redstone project we have to do here in this build is the door for the vault below, which will be also a cool H door, cool hermit door, but way less complex than the one we have on top here. And yeah, I think I have another idea for a cool key lock we can use downstairs. Would be similar to this. It's a design by Maizuma, and I think we can have a nice 3-digit code below. That should be sweet. So, yeah, with that said, I would say we wrap it up for this episode. I'm gonna pack my bags here, and yeah, we move on to the next construction site pretty much. And yeah, that's still here. Then yeah, I finally want to start the Ender Pearl shop, man. That is also a huge project we need to start. It's gonna be fun. And I think I also found a good spot for it already, where we could put it. The build that is pretty much down on Earth, the base station, technically, is more like a tower shape, so we can easily squeeze it in somewhere. It should look decent. Yeah. Now let's put the carpet back, and that's it. That's it. Question is, do we have carpet leading out to here? We could. You know. Just to have symmetry a bit. That's up to Ren to decide. I have no carpet. Oh, there's a little bit. Yeah, why not, right? So it kind of, we keep it the same style. And you walk up to here. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Cool. Yeah, and of course this will be closed, but we need a way to get back and forth still, without doing the whole door dealio. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'd say we call it. Cool. I'm very happy about this result, and yeah, I hope you like it too. Super nice sequence to get in and out now. A nice lock that is complicated enough and clunky enough to fit this place here, so it is fun and makes sense. And yeah, I see you next time. Bye guys.